So high, so high, so high, high. So high that I can touch the sky. So high, so high, so high, high.
You're listening to the Blackmindsmatter podcast in association with WCEN.
Lil G, can't you tell? I put the teens on me when I drip as well. I've been in hell and back, that's why my skin's so black. And that black don't crack, that's why the bitches get addicted. Convicted of a crime, solely for being different.
What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Blackmindsmatter podcast. My name is Peaks, and I am joined by my technician, my audio guy is all good. Here he is.
Mr. X, what's good? What's good? Hope you're all feeling blessed.
Everybody's feeling blessed, but I
Yeah.
hope so, definitely. I mean, there's a lot going on, and that's kind of the main reason behind this podcast. We are trying to raise the spirits and have a diverse young voices that are currently not really maybe got a platform where they can express themselves, and that is the whole reason why we're having this Black Minds Matters podcast. We want to speak to you guys out there and get the opinions of everybody is going through things at this moment in time. The world is on lockdown, so we want to speak to members of the community, people who are working on the front lines in the NHS, professionals, entrepreneurs, sports personalities, whoever it is, you have a voice here on this platform, and hopefully we're all going to be sharing our stories and experiences, and we'll all come away uplifted and inspired somehow. All right, so we do have our first guest, or our only guest who's going to be on the show today. We're going to call him. His name is Doc Mrtin. He's located in Glasgow, and he's a model musician.
It's black people in Glasgow, yeah?
You'll be surprised. There's quite a diverse... Glasgow is actually known as the city of culture, but there are a few black people around in the place. And he's going to be on the phone in a minute, so I'm just going to get him on the line.
Hello?
Doc Mrtin, what's good?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm good. And I've got my host here, the main host actually, Peaks, who's going to be doing the interview with you. So thanks again for taking the call on our podcast, which is Black Minds Matter.
How are you doing, mister?
I'm good, man. I'm just trying to keep entertained
That's
on
it.
this lockdown.
Well, that's what we're going to be talking about. The whole world is on lockdown pretty much. But before we get into all that, I've introduced you as Doc Mrtin. So where does that kind of the name kind of come from and stuff?
It's just the doc is an abbreviation for Department of Creation, and I just use my second name as just to finish it off.
All right.
Just something still close to my name as well on it.
All right.
But yeah.
You are a model and musician. So basically, if you want to give us a little kind of rundown, you're based in Scotland. So whereabouts in Scotland are you?
Yeah, at the moment I'm in Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
And your kind of nationality?
My nationality is Nigerian.
Nigerians in the house. Number
Niger
one,
boys.
there are blacks in Scotland and there's Nigerians here too.
Yeah.
Mr. X was just saying, there's a blacks in Scotland. It's like, yep, that's where we are.
Yeah.
I'm actually was born in Scotland as well. So we're all around the place. And so you are, what kind of age group are you in?
I'm 27 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You look about 19, bruv.
He looks about
Wow.
18. He's got a fresh face.
Hello, dude.
Life is treating you good. Is that all that fresh air in Scotland?
Yeah, for real. So,
I
bruv,
swear, I think it is the
for
weather
real.
here that keeps us looking like this, man. Because see, if you're in the sun non-stop, you
Yeah,
end up like a raisin, man.
You look like
Dried
a
up
raisin.
like a raisin.
Yeah, the water's good up there, I heard. The water's really good in Scotland,
Yeah.
which is good. So, okay, what's this now?
That's a message.
Oh, that's a
Sorry,
message.
everybody.
Oh, yeah, we've got a
It's
message.
live here. It's live on the podcast.
Yeah, live on the podcast, we're getting messages. But anyway, Doc Mrtin. So the aim of this kind of podcast, basically, we've got a very young kind of audience. And basically what we're doing is that just kind of speaking to people like yourself about their experiences, and more like a before and after situation before this whole lockdown thing occurred and the virus spread and it's gone crazy around the world and stuff. So if you can give a little bit of brief history on your modeling work and yourself as an artist. Let's concentrate first on your modeling, because I've seen some pictures, very, very, very good. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about how you got into modeling, how you even got to Glasgow, to be very honest. You know what I mean, and stuff. And then leading right up to the point of the lockdown, and then we'll discuss after how you're coping and how you're able to carry on your business after the lockdown. So tell us a little bit of history about yourself.
Okay. So I think, let me try and go back. I started modeling when I was, I think, 20. But I was doing like filming and stuff like that when I was 17 and stuff. I don't know if you've heard of Waller Road and what's the other show? Am I High?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used to do like extra work. So like I started doing that, and then
so acting. So you act as well, yeah?
Not really acting, because I wouldn't say I'm an actor, man. But it's like in the background and stuff like that. So
okay, yeah.
He's one of
just
those
walking around
cute models in the
extra,
background.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So like I was doing that for at least a year, and then the amount of times I was like getting told, when I was at those jobs, like they were telling me you should be doing modeling and stuff like that if you're trying to do acting as well. And I wasn't really listening and stuff, because I was still at school and stuff, high school and stuff like that. People would make fun of like, see, when you're trying to do modeling and stuff like that, people would just make fun of it. So I never really thought I was going to do that. And then I think it was my mom's boss one day was like, why don't you just sign him up with an agency, and then you can start like modeling and stuff like that, because you can make good money from it. Okay. So when I heard that, I was like, you can make good money from it? Okay, cool. Sign me up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, perked up. Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? Instead of me wasting my time here. All right, so were you born in Scotland, or, because I can still hear a bit of a Scottish accent in there?
Yeah, no, I was born in Nigeria.
Okay.
I've just been here since I was 9. So I've been here all my life, basically.
Same. That's how you got started into modeling. So
yeah,
how did it progress? Did you do a lot of work? Did you work with any big brands? Did you work with like photographers? And how did it progress?
So it started off like really small jobs. Like I'd go and do college shoots. So like people would be doing projects at college, and then they'd be like, would you be able to come in and just take some shots, and we'll give you the photographs as payment instead? And I was like, yeah, that'll be a good start. So
you built a portfolio from that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, built a portfolio from that. And then one college like actually put my photographs like on their wall somewhere, like in the college. And then I started getting messages from people like, you're on the wall, like somewhere in this college, Motherwell College. And I was like, what the hell? Can you send me a photo? They sent me a picture, and I seen it. I was like, damn. Wow. And that kind of gave me a push. And I was like, okay, let me go fully into this thing. And then from then on, like the more jobs I was doing and more I was posting, people were contacting me directly and asking me to work, and they were asking me my fee and stuff like that. And see, when people started doing that, I was like, shit, I don't actually know how much I should be getting paid for this. So I'll just go with whatever they would say. So I started off small money, and it started going up. And then like till now, I'm still doing it as well. So it's kept me going.
So was that from an agency, or did you actually start that process yourself? How did you kind of spread the word about you doing the modeling?
I actually don't even know how that actually just happened. It just went with the flow, I think. Like
word of
I
mouth.
was still with the agency.
Oh,
but
so
I was
you did
getting
get
jobs from the agency as well, yeah. I was still getting jobs from her as well. But I wouldn't obviously tell her that I was getting side ones as well, because that was getting I was trying to make my own money too. Okay. So basically I was just posting so much photos on Instagram, and then people would just contact me there, and then it just kept going from then. Like it just never stopped.
See, wow, that's good. So fast forward like a couple of weeks back now, and then obviously the first trickle of news about this virus spreading, and now we're on lockdown, and no one can go out unless rarely you're on the front line of the NHS and certain services and certain employments. Only a few people can actually work in this environment. Are you working still?
At the moment, I'm just, we've been told to work from home just because they're trying to separate as much people from each other as much as they can. So some of us have started working from home. They're still trying to sort out the rest, like that's still coming in and stuff like that. Supposedly we're key workers, so we still have to, some of us to come in.
See, so how exactly are you working from home? Is it the modeling thing that you're doing, or is it something else?
Something else. Plus, well, the modeling I can't do that right now. There won't be anyone like probably doing shoots at the moment.
Yeah.
And the agency I'm with as well, they're very quiet at the moment, so nothing from them as well. So I'm just at home, like working on music, like as just every day when I can.
See, so you're so okay. Let's go into the music now. So you're working from home in regards to the music. So tell us how you go about working from home and doing music.
So since I started, I've been like saving up money from like modeling jobs or anything that I can save from, and I managed to get me like a setup in my house. So I just basically just record in here every time. As soon as I get an idea, I just jump in the booth straight away.
That's it. So you've got a setup in your house. So
Yeah.
did you kind of create your own kind of like studio? What kind of setup would you kind of advise for like somebody who is a budding musician themselves? And how did you find out about like what kind of equipment and things to get?
I just Googled everything, man. YouTube, like I went through every type of interface that people were talking about. Found a cheap one just to get a basic setup, so I'm not just waiting for a long time to try and get like a £500 like equipment. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to start. I'm impatient, so I don't want to start straight away. So I just got a basic setup, start creating like demos and stuff like that. So I have ideas. So when I can just go straight to studio and re-record them. So yeah.
Oh, since the lockdown as well. I mean, personally, what challenges have you faced since basically the lockdown? And obviously, everyone has to kind of keep away from people now. You've kind of like got to keep a distance from the general public and stuff. So how has that affected you, seeing as you can't go out to work? Some of the people that we've spoken to on the podcast are still working and they're still in contact with people. But with you, you're at home on lockdown. What are the challenges?
It's just I don't know. I can't really think of many challenges. Only basically you can't go out to meet any other artists, like to work or collab or anything. So that's a problem. I just, before this thing started as well, like I just started working with this other artist, like a co-sign kind of thing. Where it's like helping me out with like getting my like a plan basically for the full year and how I'm gonna be dropping stuff like music wise. But now I can't even like go through to see him and like get stuff done or mix anything. So all I'm doing right now is just trying to have as much content as I can. So when this is done, like I can just get them done one by one.
Same.
So I'm keeping occupied with that and FIFA obviously. If I'm bored, I'm just gonna go and play games. But other than that, yeah, I'm just trying to work on music as much as I can.
That's it. So I mean, in terms of creativity, I mean, has this kind of brought about any kind of fresh or different angle ideas that you like? I don't know what would you say your kind of genre of music is, and how do you like to write? And has these current kind of situations inspired your music in any types of way?
Well, I've seen a few people dropping freestyles like online about coronavirus and stuff like that. I don't want to do exactly the same thing, but it has given me ideas and stuff. I've just been like listening to old school like boom bap beats, like chilled vibes. So I'm trying to make stuff like that at the moment. It'll be good like for people to listen to while they're home, so they can chill and like relax instead of thinking of Corona.
What's the vibe in Glasgow? I mean, are the streets quiet?
Very, very,
very quiet.
Like the first week was so bad. Like as soon as Boris said that speech, everybody was like staying home, man. But I was still working at that time, still going out. So I'll get into town and it's like totally empty. It looks like, you know, The Purge.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't
bro,
actually
like,
seen
yeah,
it,
the
but I can
pads,
imagine.
people are wearing masks. And
Oh,
if you walk
really?
by someone, they're looking kind of like creepy, man, because they've got a mask and you can't even see their face.
And how
Yeah.
is it? Was it like, was the transport and everything still running, or did you have any
Yeah,
problems with transport or getting to?
transport's still running. It's just really quiet, empty, so you could actually get into town a lot quicker than you would have when it was busy.
So
So
I
I
used,
actually like it. Like,
you actually
I
like
like
it?
seeing the city quiet, man, because it's too busy,
See,
way too busy.
have you been able to buy food and stuff? Like I know in
Uh,
London it's been a bit crazy. Is it the same up in Glasgow as well?
Food is the first 2 weeks there was no tissue. People were like running and like snatched everything, man.
Wow.
Pasta, stuff like that, they're all disappearing. So like they've made new times where like older people can come in earlier and get
I see.
stuff
Yeah.
before people go crazy later on. And then it's like you go in ones now, like one at a time.
See. So it's more or
So
less the
yeah.
same as London. Have you learned anything based? I mean, we're speaking specifically about the lockdown and the coronavirus now. What do you think you've learned now since this whole lockdown? Because obviously it's changed the perception of a lot of things now. And do you think there's anything that you've learned from it?
Probably how to stay clean.
In terms of washing your hands?
Clean
Yeah,
hands.
man. Because like, see, before, so many things before that you're doing that you realize that you shouldn't be doing. Like
Yeah, like go on, give us a
sharing
few
things
examples.
with people. Like, not everybody's as clean as like as yourself. So like, you don't know what you're touching half the time, man. So I'm coming home, touching the door, and like straight, I'm going in to wash my hand nowadays. Like before, I wasn't doing any of these things. So there's a lot of things that has changed, man.
So you're more conscious,
I'm
more
more
of
conscious,
like
yeah.
in terms of maybe if someone's got a cold or whatever it is, that I could catch something from that. In terms,
Yeah.
is it that way that you're more
Yeah,
okay?
definitely, yeah.
And what about cooking wise? Like some guys out there, how are you when it comes to cooking and things? Because you said there wasn't things like pasta, there wasn't things like flour or
Yeah.
eggs and things like that. So how about you in the kitchen and stuff for any bachelors out there? I don't know if you're a bachelor. Are you a bachelor?
No, I'm not a bachelor,
All
not
right.
anymore.
Okay, well maybe you've got somebody who's a good cook and stuff. Did you have
Yeah,
to adapt any of your kind of recipes and things like that, or?
yeah, just a little bit because since we started like dating, she's vegetarian, so vegan, so
Okay.
the cooking already different anyway. Started being different, so I adapted to that. So
Right.
it's good now that all this has happened because I'm still eating veg and stuff like that. So it's not made a big difference in me, but I'm being more creative with the cooking now.
That's good. That's
Like
good.
a lot of veg, like that was what was still left in Tesco and stuff like that, man. People don't eat that much veg, man.
As it's you're in the land of fish suppers and things like that. So there's plenty of
Yeah.
veg around, so that's good.
Yeah,
And obviously, in terms of the fact that you're a model, you kind of have to look after your body and stuff. And
Yeah.
even though we are on lockdown, you can still go out, and they are saying that you can still exercise.
Yeah.
Is that something that you are doing? Because you said the streets are quiet. I mean, you yourself, do you still think it's important to get out there? And if so, kind of, how are you kind of dealing with that side, obviously, and maintaining your looks for your modeling job and stuff?
yeah, definitely. I'm still like going out once in a while, like for walks. I prefer working out in the gym or like an environment like that. So I don't know. I'm not more like an outside person. I'm more like inside. So I work out indoors. Like if it's not indoors, we go out for walks. Yeah. Maybe I should start going out more runs. I don't know, but I prefer inside. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm more of an inside person.
Okay, well, a lot of people are maybe exercising for the first time indoors. Do you have any kind of like tips about how you kind of go about that?
Just like body weight stuff, like press ups. I'm doing like 100 calf raises every day now. Because instead of me going out running, I just do the calf raises inside.
Right.
So that's basically what I'm working on my legs indoors. Chest, press ups.
Those that haven't seen Mrtin, he's got a body and a half.
Yeah.
Mr. Universe.
Hopefully we'll have a good screen capture for you.
Yeah, man, I'm just doing stuff indoors, man, to keep fit.
Okay, so back to your music now.
Yeah, back to
What have you got out, and what kind of music are you into at the moment now? What music do you have out?
Kind of music I've got out, kind of just rap. I do sing as well, so I've got featured tracks as well of me singing. I also did a track with Mr. X as well last year. It's called So High.
So high, so high, yeah, yeah. So high that I can touch.
That's out on YouTube.
Yeah,
Um,
playing in the background.
the video is sick as well.
Video is sick, I have to say.
So many times, like when I was telling people, when people ask me, "Yo, do you have any music out?" and I tell them, "You go and check this out on YouTube." They come back and they're telling me, "Yo, that's like high grade, like quality, man." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man." So yeah, it's out there. There's music on media platforms as well. I've got 3 tracks out there as well. I've got some stuff on SoundCloud as well.
Okay. Last question now. Really, it's just about everything. Really, I mean, is your perspective on life changed now since the kind of goings on? It's a bit. You seem the most chilled out of everyone we've spoken to. It's just like
Really?
yeah, we're kind of chilled and stuff. And based on really what's going on, a lot of people are panicking.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah,
a lot of people are
yeah,
panicking. You know what I mean?
that's
And
true.
stuff. So based on what's going on, has your perspective changed? Do you see life slightly different now? You're thinking, well, boy, I'm going to be doing this from now on. Or,
Yeah.
you know what?
Okay. See, now that you said that, actually, yeah, there's one thing that I'm changing, probably that I'm not very good at, is just keeping in contact with a lot of like people, but because I think it's just because of, I don't know, I don't want to blame it on the music, but it's a big factor because like, it takes so much of my mind, like time. So like I'm always thinking about music, or if nothing is about music, I kind of get distracted, like sidetracked. So
Same.
I don't keep in contact as much. So that's one thing I've started doing a lot more, is like calling people. And I've got that have you heard of that house party app?
Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got that. I've been like talking to people, like my family made a group chat, we're like talking in WhatsApp. Like that was things I wasn't doing before, and that was because like every day I'd wake up, the first thing I think of doing is like music.
Sure.
So like I could go in there and I would just be stuck in the booth like the full day. And if people are calling me, I'm just like, I'm in the booth.
Well, you got a reason now to make some more music now. You're 24 hours in your yard now.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can make some.
So it was so perfect. When that happened, I was like, damn, like this is giving me like time to just work on this without any distractions.
Same.
It's good. So you're making the most of it from that way. That's good. So
Definitely,
you've
yeah.
got your music, you got your family and everything set up. Everybody's kind of discovered this new app. They can FaceTime everybody and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's all blessed. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're safe and you're well. And thank you so much for giving some really good tips and advice out there.
Yeah.
And is there any way that people can where can we find you? Where can we hear your music? Or if people wanted to book you as a model?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is DOCMRTIN, and I'm on Facebook as well, just Doc Martin as well.
Right.
YouTube, Doc Martin as well. Everything is Doc Martin.
Everything is Doc Martin. Same
Yeah,
spelling.
if you just type in Doc Martin on Google, it'll probably give you everything there.
Okay.
Excellent.
How you guys doing as well, like in London, man? Like,
Yeah, we're good, man. It's in London. As you can know, it's crazy here and stuff.
Yeah.
It's quiet though now. It's quiet, you know what I mean? And again, everyone's
Depends
kind of
on
like,
the weather.
Yeah, it depends on the weather. Whether people are going to be out doing the exercises and stuff like
oh,
that.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's quiet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've gone through the same kind of thing as you guys up there in Glasgow and everything. So
I can't imagine London being quiet, man.
I know. It's a
That's so
24-hour
weird.
city almost, you know what I mean?
It
But
is.
it is actually very quiet. Every day is like
Isn't
a
it
bank
weird?
holiday. You know what I mean? It's just quiet.
Kind of nice, but a slower bit of a pace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's nice basically. And sometimes, anyway, sometimes you just want to get on with business, but you can't. So might
This
as
is
well
where the
just
creativity comes
enjoy it whilst it's here. Innit?
Yeah.
in. Excellent. Well, all the best moving forward, and hopefully when all this is over, Keep us posted with the music and the modeling, and wishing you all the best. Keep safe.
Yeah, definitely will do.
All right, then, bro.
You too. Have a nice day.
Same to you, bro. All right.
And night.
Take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye.
That was Doc Mrtin, so make sure you kind of check out the links down below if you want to find out more about him. I encourage you to go and check out the music as well, very inspiring indeed. So if you would like to take part in this podcast, or if you've got any feedback, tips and experiences that you'd like to kind of share with us, then please drop them in the comments below. Or you can maybe contact us on info@blackmindsmatters.co.uk. We also have a website that you can check out. We've got videos on there, topics. You can sign up to the newsletter and keep posted of everything that's going on at www.blackmindsmatters.co.uk. And of course, due to this lockdown and the latest goings on, if you want to find out what the latest government and healthcare guidelines are, then go and visit www.gov.uk. So that's it. Please follow and subscribe and share these podcasts. We'll see you soon. Be safe and be blessed. Thank you.
Talking about money, then you know I'm all ears.
You're listening to the Black Minds Matters podcast in association with WCEN.
Believe I'm on fifth gear. Switching lanes from haters so they don't interfere. Day one, I'm a player, know how to play the game. Anyone that knows anyone know I changed the game. You never catch me, you tell me.